Anyas and Husseini Al-Hassan. A joint security team picked up the suspect in the evening on Monday following the demise of the hashtag Fix the Country campaigner.
The suspects are alleged to be bodyguards of Ejura Municipal Chief Executive. The deceased is said to have been attacked on Saturday dawn for asking for a better Ejura through social media activism. He was reportedly struck in the head with objects until he lost consciousness. Family of the late Kaka demanded justice.
To tell you the truth, I don't know how to express the way I feel. It is a very big blow to me. I can't just, words cannot express or explain how I feel. God, there is nothing, there is no better punishment than what God will give them. He has family. He has case. When we see him with his case, they eat together. Now the kids are in the house waiting for their father. How? What else? What did he do wrong?
The people who did that to him are people within who have been sent to do that to him. We know it. And for us, what we will take is that we are Muslims and we know per our religion is God who gives and he is the one who takes. But whatever punishment is it for those people who committed this act, we know that definitely if they don't meet it here, they will meet it somewhere.
Some youth who are also demanding justice for Ibrahim Mohammed have since gone on a rampage over the death. The angry youth bent ties on some major streets of Ejura as a sign of anger following the death of their colleague. In a press release, the conveners alleged that the deceased had been receiving threats from alleged bodyguards of the Ejura Setrodumase MCA who claim Mohammed's activities on social media were making government unpopular in the area. Ejura Police, FPU, SWAT team and 4BN regiment in Kumasi effected the arrest about 10:45 p.m. on Monday upon a tip-off. The suspects have been dispatched to Asante Mampong Police Command to assist with investigations. Sources say the suspects attempted to flee out of the town when the police arrested them. Public Relations Officer of the Ashanti Regional Police Command, DSP Godwin Ahianyo, has been speaking on Metro News on this development.
The suspects are Ibrahim Isaka alias Anyas and Husseini Al-Hassan, currently in custody. Both were arrested at about 10:45 p.m. on Monday, that is yesterday, 28 June 2021, following police intelligence. Witness accounts show that the deceased was ambushed in front of his house when he was returning home on his motorbike at about 1:30 a.m. on Sunday, 27th June 2021. He was rushed to the Ejura Government Hospital and was later referred to the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital, where he died at midday, 28 June 2021. Police appeals to anyone who has any relevant information to share with the police on mobile phone number 0299 207770. Such persons may also report to the nearest police station.
So still on the murder of Kaka. Now, meanwhile, a member of National Democratic Congress legal team, Godwin Ediji Temaklo, is demanding President Akufo-Addo to institute an independent probe into the alleged murder of the hashtag Fix the Country campaigner, Ibrahim Mohammed.
I want to use the little time left to express the greatest condolence to the young man that was murdered. That's Ibrahim Kaka Mohammed. He, the family, his only crime is to activate that we should fix this country. It's unfortunate that, such a young man, vibrant, will be killed in such a dastardly manner. I pray that President Akufo-Addo quickly call for an investigation into this matter to bring the perpetrators to book.
Let's now go live to Ejura Setrodumase, where Abdul Basir Suleiman is currently there with all the live update concerning what is happening between residents and security personnel. Basit, welcome back. What can you report? What is new?
Yeah, what is new is that actually some of the members whose relatives were shot by the security personnel are very agitated that they will at all costs retaliate. I have one family member here to speak with so that he tell us exactly what happened and what's the way forward for them. So
my brother, my mother is there. She fainted right now. Nasiru Yusuf. He's about 22 or 23 years. He done nothing. It is demonstration that they've been doing. They use a tie in the middle of the street. So they did that and they are going. He's not handling something that we said that maybe he's going to wound somebody or he's going to kill somebody. And the army men shot him straight, directly. He's back here. So I want to ask the security men and the security men of the army who came here, are they here for peace or are they here to kill? My brother, are they here to kill or are they here to save people? I will not commit that they will die 1-1. I will not commit. What I'm going to do, we have the rule of law. But although the Nanadu's era, the law is not working. Who killed him? Is the army, so the man who killed him. My direct brother. Your friend is Nasiru Yusuf.
Yeah, Henry, as you heard him speaking, his brother has just been confirmed dead at the Nigeria Government Hospital. And
Basit. Okay.
Officials of the hospital do. Almost all the youth have also gathered at the front gate of the hospital as I speak with you now. The chief of the...
So Basit, how many people are reported dead as we speak?
As I speak, three people are feared dead because I have not spoken with the health officials yet to ascertain either that they are lying motionless. But three are feared dead right now.
So earlier, 4 persons were shot, but as we speak currently,
shot, but
three are dead.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Kindly go on the conversation and we'll come back to you for more update on what's happening there at Jurassic Dumase in the Ashanti region. Quite a sad incident right there. So as of this morning, 4 people were shot, but the new report coming in from our Ashanti region correspondent Abdul Basit Suleiman indicates that 3 are feared dead. We'll go back to him as and when there is new update. But let's away from that of other stories. Some squatters on lands of Pantan Hospital have revealed they are ready to vacate the premises of the hospital after the health officials on Monday commenced an indefinite strike action. This comes after staff of the hospital demanded that government construct a wall around the hospital and remove persons encroaching lands belonging to the hospital. Elvis Sando has the rest of the story.
Health workers at the Pantan Hospital say they will not relent in their quest to have encroachers of their lands removed. Staff at the hospital have complained about robberies and other attacks they face at the hands of land guards. The General Secretary of the Ghana Medical Association at Pantan, Dr. Alex Owusu, said staff of the facility will not return to their post until the appropriate action is taken to get the encroachers off their lands.
We've seen private developers come within that wall and put out their own private structures. We've seen slums develop around all these places, and these are people we don't know. We've had instances when cattlemen have moved in with their cattle to graze and attacked some of our security men and threatened them. We are saying that we've had enough. We've had enough of the promises, we've had enough of the meetings. What we want now is we want to see action. We want to see the hospital walls, we want to see all these strange structures demolished, and we want to see all the squatters move from within the hospital.
In an interview with Metro News, some nurses shared their frustration having to work under such unfavorable conditions amidst the insecurity it comes with.
We must take the Pantan Hospital now. We cannot work amidst land guards. Our lives are are in danger. We are doing a risky job by taking care of mental ill patients. And now, the land gas has taken over the environment. And it looks as if there's nothing, you are doing nothing about it.
So until the wall is put around the hospital, for every staff in this hospital to feel safe, we are not coming to work. Until the police personnel are put 24/7 on this compound, we are not coming to work. Our lives matter.
Metro News caught up with some residents at the hospital lands, and they told the news team how they have acquired the place of abode from a self-acclaimed landlord for 300 Ghana cedis. Some squatters say they are willing to vacate the land following the demonstration.
Maroko efuero mibia ayo kwene mibe mi nojita ho galemiashi Maroko ho 3 million amaglonyare kene mi ota 5 million sesembo be mi jola fiata amaglonyare kene mi.
So now that you are being asked to go, when do you intend to go?
Oh Maroko na like majita pa na mokpota pa kwa
abi also na ye landlord fe bra Aaron yeah nti ube hu ne before obetu yaska before obeba nti ye hu no no se metu ya 300 cedis na me dia besi so for a way to about catch me say pantan for asas o mode amane say onhwe so nti say any baby edi covers ye be shed ye betima ya fa ho.
Metro News will follow up this story keenly and bring you up to speed on any development after.
And so let's go back to an earlier report where some residents of Ejura, Satre Dumase, in the Ashanti region, being involved in some form of clash with the security personnel there in the community. And these are some reactions coming in from social media. Let's take a look at what people are saying on social media. And you can see on your screen, these are visuals, live visuals, what is happening there at Ejura, and a person being dragged or being carried by other 3 or more people there. We've been told by our Ashanti Regional correspondent Abdul Basir Suleiman that in the morning 4 people were shot and 1 actually died. But as we speak, 3 people out of 4 are feared dead currently. You can see security personnel still in the town, making sure that nests are calmed. So we are going to continue to give you updates on what exactly is happening there at Ejura in the Ashanti region. So for now, let's take a look at what a section of the Ghanaian populace have been saying in connection with the murder of Kaka, who is believed to be a member of the hashtag Fix the Country protesters. So this one's coming in from Socialite Theodore, and she says, they purposely want us to get tired. Shaking my head, we are resilient bunch. We no good tired. From her. And the next one is coming from Kaliji. Ghanaians have lost hope in the health system, education system, security system, and more. Our roads and other facilities are in deplorable states. High cost of living, I believe the person wants to say high cost of living, and high level of unemployment. But I can't shout hashtag Fix the Country because my life might be in danger. And the next one here is coming from MTM Mandela. And she says, God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. Bold to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our heart with true humility. Make us cherish fearless honesty and help us to resist oppressors' rule. Sam Okuyeto Ablakwa, MP for North Tongue Constituency, says, I strongly condemn the mindless killing of hashtag Face the Country activist and member of the Economic Fighters League, Ibrahim Kaka Mohammed. A culture of impunity and murderous intolerance cannot be allowed to foothold in our country. Justice for Kakra. This one says, hashtag Speak Up Ghana, hashtag Fix the Country, hashtag Fix Ghana. An extraordinary guy living an ordinary life, transportation, road safety enthusiast, social change agent, and a misfit. Hashtag a misfit right there. Coming in. This one's coming from Ken Zigo, and he says, but on a more serious note, hashtag Kaka must not lose his life for being part of a team that expressed their views on the growth of our dear country. Ejura must be calmed. Hashtag fix the country. And he actually accompanies the statement with some picture from Ejura, as you can see on the screen. As we gave it to you earlier, one person being carried away by a couple of men there at Ejura, Dumasi, in the Ashanti region, all because of a clash that's happened between security personnel and residents of the community. Earlier when we spoke to a member of the economic firefighters, he indicated that we can't tag that as a clash, but rather it's not a clash because security personnel are there to ensure that nests are calm. But if otherwise is happening, then there are questions to be asked. You are still watching this bit live here on Metro TV. Don't go anywhere. We're back with more. Stay with us.
Did you know that cloth handkerchief gets dirty and wet after wiping your sweat or blowing your nose with it? Keeping a dirty handkerchief in your pocket or bag is very unhygienic. Reusing it increases your chances of getting sick from germs. That is why I always use floral disposable handkerchiefs. Floral disposable handkerchiefs is disposable, thus making it a more hygienic option. It's thick and very absorbent. With 10 tissues in a pack, floral disposable handkerchief is better than a cloth handkerchief. Look out for Flora toilet roll, Flora multi-purpose paper towels, Flora table napkins, and Flora box tissues in a shop near you. For both purchases, call Delta Paper Mail on 0243 033 033.
33-watt safe fast charge system with 2-for-1 certification. 90Hz superfluid display. 6.95-inch Full HD+. MediaTek Helio G95 processor, unbeatable gaming experience. Infinix Note 10 Pro, faster and smoother.
Welcome back. We're still live on DSTV channel 277, on Facebook and on YouTube at Metro TV Ghana, on Twitter and Instagram at Metro TV GH. Let's now go to Parliament, as in a breakfast meeting organized for members of Parliament and the Parliamentary Christian Fellowship ahead of a submission of a private members bill by Sam Jatta George to criminalize the practice of LGBTQ in Ghana. Members of Parliament were engaged in prayers. Take a look at this. Sound. This happened this morning, yes, in the breakfast meeting. Now, let's go and have a conversation with our parliamentary correspondent, Abdullah Mohammed, to tell us more on what the submission of a private members bill by Sam Jatta George to criminalize the practice of LGBTQ in Ghana means. Now, what was the prayer about, Abdullah?
All right, thank you very much, Bright. So that was actually the members of the Parliamentary Fellowship Committee and some religious organizations, which includes the Catholic Bishops' Conference, the Christian Council of Ghana, and the Office of the National Chief Imam. So basically what they are saying is that they want the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Sumana Bagbin, to lead the charge in the formulation of a robust legislation against the activities of the LGBTQ+ in Ghana. Right, if you've been following the activities over the past months, you would realize that it has caused a huge, concern within, the religious groupings in Ghana, especially the Christian and Islamic faith. So basically what this group is saying is that we want to support the 8 members of parliament to present this private members' motion, which would ultimately culminate into the formation of a robust legislation to outlaw all forms of LGBTQ practice in Ghana. So the presence of these religious organizations is essentially to give support to these members of parliament who have said that they will go every length to ensure that this particular legislation is passed before the end of the year. Indeed, this breakfast meeting follows a petition written to the Speaker somewhere last week by a gentleman from the Eastern region, where he stated that he wanted the Speaker to actually ensure that members of parliament come together to formulate this particular bill against the activities of these groups. So basically, that is what happened within the shores or the presence of parliament this morning. Now, the Speaker, in response to that particular letter, stated that before the end of the year, he would do everything possible together with the parliamentarians, the 275 parliamentarians in parliament, to ensure that this particular legislation comes into fruition. Right.
All right. So, Abdullah, now the recent happenings at Jura in the Ashanti region, we've been trying here on NEWSBEAT to have a conversation with a member of parliament for the constituency, Mohammed Bawa Brahima, but it has not been fruitful. Have you seen him in the house? And if yes or no, what is the house in general saying about what is happening currently at Jura?
All right, Brad. So the house is currently yet to convene after that breakfast session with the Parliamentary Fellowship Committee and the other religious organizations. So the house is yet to sit, but the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament will be sitting today. And we are told that this particular member of Parliament would be part of the MPs who will be looking into the accounts of these state agencies. But we are making frantic efforts. We are, exploring all possible avenues to try and get him to also respond to this very, very worrying situation in the Ashanti region. We are told that 4 people have so far been shot. 1 has had to succumb to the bullet that has pierced through his body. So as we speak, we are trying to make contacts to this particular MP, Honorable Bauer, to try and get his side of the story and what possibly he may be calling on Parliament to do in terms of how to intervene in this particular worrying issue within the Ashanti region. Right.
All right, thank you, Abdullah Mohammed. And so Abdullah Mohammed is Metro TV's parliamentary correspondent, giving us all the update from the House. But earlier, the Member of Parliament for Jura constituency, Mohammed Bawa, issued a statement asking for the arrest of these perpetrators. And 2 have been arrested, 4 shot, and 3 feared dead. We'll give you more of this in a subsequent news bulletin. But let's focus on other stories. As the Executive Director of the Alliance for Social Equity and Public Accountability, Mensa Thompson, claims that the said committee report, which served as a basis for the abrogation of GPGC contract, was non-existent. According to him, the former Energy Minister, Boakye Ejako, the former Attorney General, Gloria Ekufu, and the Attorney General, Godfred Yeboah Dami, should be duly investigated for their negligence in this judgment debt. He suspects foul play in the termination of the GPGC EPA contract, which has led to the $170 million judgment debt incurred on the nation.
The evidence seems to point to a deliberate attempt, perhaps a conspiracy, to create this judgment debt and perhaps possibly benefit from it. And that is why we have stated that clearly in our petition, that we want the police to find out if there were financial considerations or some financial motivation in this transaction, that maybe these officials were motivated by some money they could benefit from GPGC, and that is why they allowed this matter to travel this length and incur this huge cost. Because who would choose paying $18 million to a company? Who would choose paying $170 million to a company over $80 million? We are saying that these $170 million should be shared between these three individuals, Mr. Godfrey Dami, Boche Jakun, and Madame Gloria Kufu. They should be the one paying this $170 million and not the people of Ghana. In terms of credibility, don't believe anything Godfrey Dami says. You see, how quick Mr. Godfrey Dami went to town to start pointing fingers at people even makes him suspicious of the conspiracy to defraud this country. It turns out that the chairman of that review committee, Mr. Ahinkra, went to the International Court, sat on oath, and gave evidence that he did not recommend to anybody to terminate the contract. Nobody is going to go scot-free on this judgment date. It's not going to happen. Somebody somewhere is going to be held liable for this judgment.
And so Mensa Thompson is Executive Director for the Alliance for Social Equity and Public Accountability. You're still watching NEWSBEAT live on Metro TV. A quick time, we'll be back with more.
Masa, tam Maria, I'm going to be coffee. I am going to be born again. Have a beer, you can be HD logo the bottom. When you say HD local channels na mo hedo. And so pictures near clear. E 5 times better. As other channels that go be sure. So what I mention mon tram ra why. Oh, what the pictures.
Who knows tomorrow?
What a picture. But you AD plus decoder or multi TV and now electoral agent PR. Natural local channels now HD the here is better. Star 879 hash. Numbers from Kubu box and now the advert 80 channels now. You can
get an HD Plus decoder from now till the 9th of August for just $89.99 Ghana cedis and enjoy 3 months free subscription. Enjoy all the excitement and live sports action in the HD Plus Air Bosu Fili promo lasts from 7th June to 9th August 2021. Visit hd-plus.com.gh or call 024-243-9872 for more info.
Half a nose for good things.
You're welcome back. You're still watching NEWSBEAT live on Metro TV. It's time for business, and Winston Taki has it all.
Thank you, Bright. This day on NEWSBEAT, I'll be bringing you business and an update on the forex and commodity market. Stay tuned for more. And now to our first business story. As part of stimulus package to help the Ghanaian industries in the country, Chairman for the Intravenous Infusion PLC, Isaac Osei, has revealed that the government has supported its outfit with an amount of over 3.2 million to be able to establish its factory for the manufacture of pharmaceutical products. He made this revelation at a general meeting in Accra.
Also, businesses were badly hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. Government, as part of its effort to cushion industries and businesses, made some packages available to support businesses across the country. At the annual general meeting of the Intravenous Infusion Manufacturers of Pharmaceutical Products, Chairman of the Board, Isaac Osei, revealed that government has made available $3.2 million for the procurement of plant and machinery.
The government supported us through EcoBank with $3.22 million. We've bought new equipment which will go into our new factory. Fortunately, we got it. We got our equipment in just before, the problems on the international, maritime transport scene, where costs are rising astronomically. So we've got our stuff in. We'll build the factory in the second half of this year. We'll start, and hopefully next year we'll have a brand new factory. We'll have new equipment in there, and we say thank you to the government for the stimulus package, which they provided for Ghanaian industry. We took advantage of it. I'm sure others have also done so.
The managing director of Intravenous Infusion, Mokhtar Salihu, commended government for the intervention in the industries and urged others to take advantage of government initiative.
At the moment, there is discussion that is going on between governments and then the Pharmaceutical Association of Ghana, Manufacturers Association of Ghana. So we are hoping that we'll move the discussions from there, so that every company will know how it's going to take advantage of it. And we are well positioned to look at it. The whole agenda of the government is to see how they can support the pharma business. Because right now the stimulus package is available to all companies, and a number of pharmaceutical companies have taken advantage of that, and we have also done so. And I think that without that, it would have been difficult for us to be able to bring down this equipment and to have a new facility which we are preparing to put up.
The further called on other pharmaceutical industries to take advantage of the stimulus package and support their businesses.
Now, in other news, the president of the Ghana Cooperative Credit Unions Association, Bernard Bingaman, has appealed to President Akufo-Addo to help members of the association retrieve their locked-up investments amounting to 180 million Ghana cedis. He said their inability to retrieve a significant part of their investment has caused some of the credit unions to fold up. He spoke to the president at the Jubilee House on Monday.
Mr. President, the credit union movement in Ghana is faced with contemporary difficulties, which, among other things, have weakened its ability to optimally perform. The key ones requiring the intervention of government include lock-up funds. Whilst we recognize the intervention of government following the financial sector cleanup exercise, the credit union movement has had a significant part of its investment funds locked up. This has led to severe liquidity challenges and burdened the operations of KOA and many credit unions in the country. So we have a total of 130 million still locked up with these investment companies. Mr. President, we also notice that there is a cascading effect. There are some companies that even though they still have their licenses, they have their money locked up with the other companies that are locked up. And their licenses are still there, but they cannot get us the money. And as we have stated, these monies belongs to the very vulnerable in society. Sometimes you have an old lady who has just about 200 cedis, but that is her asset.
So we'll do our best on this on our side here to intervene with these various institutions so that you can get some relief.
On the interbank board today, the cedi is trading against the US dollar at 7.75 cedi 75 pesos, while the euro is trading at 8 cedi. The price of crude oil also dropped on the commodities market today at a unit price of negative 0.95, selling at 75 cedi $10. Gold is also trading at $1,779, with cocoa also trading at $2,351. Up next is Forex. And that's it for business here on NEWSBEAT. My name is Winston Taki. My colleague Nana Poku is standing by for sports.
Thank you very much, Taki. Time now for sports here on NEWSBEAT Live here on
wanted something different and that he believes it's the video of the decade and expected to win video of the year at next year's VGMA.
Well, we're trying to look at something very different from the norm because I grew tired of the fact that every video you see out there is just the let's get in the pool with drinks, with women showing their bumps and everything. I kind of got tired, and then I was looking for something great for the brand. Okay. You get my point, and for the song itself. And then I spoke to Jean, the director, and then we came up with this beautiful idea. And I think personally, NCS's video is a video of the decade.
Okay.
Let's see how somebody beats that.
Would you look forward to it being nominated next year for Video of the Year and probably winning that?
Yes. I'm told that I can say my expectations are very high.
Okay. I do agree with Akwa, but that is the video of the decade. Now let's move on. Multiple award-winning Ghanaian gospel musician Joe Mettle has debunked rumors that there is competition among gospel musicians in the country. He believes everyone has a unique gift that is for the benefit of the body of Christ. He spoke exclusively to Metro News Entertainment Desk.
You know something they say, in fact in the Bible it says the harvest is what is plenty, not the laborers. So the laborers are too few, but there's so much harvest out there. So there's nothing like competition when it comes to the things of God because there's so much harvest. We need more hands, we need more laborers, we need more people to carry the gospel, more people to share the love of Christ with the world. And so I don't think it's competitive. God has uniquely given each and every one of us a gift that none of us have. What you have, I don't. What another have, I don't. So what we do is we complement each other.
On to some foreign entertainment news. American rapper Lil Kim has revealed that she wants to go up against Nicki Minaj in the next versus battle. The rapper disclosed this on the red carpet of the BET Awards on Sunday.
Lil Kim wants to go head-to-head with Nicki Minaj in the next versus battle. The rapper confidently revealed her preferred versus foe during the BET
On NewsBeat, I head over to Bright for international news.
Welcome back. And now on the international front, South Africa's former president, Jacob Zuma, has been sentenced to 15 months by the highest court in the country. Now, this came after the Constitutional Court found him guilty of contempt after defying the court's order to appear at an inquiry into corruption while he was president. Jacob Zuma's time in power, which ended in 2018, was dogged by graft allegations. Businessmen were accused of conspiring with politicians to influence the decision-making process. The former president made one appearance at the inquiry into what has become known as state capture, but then refused to appear subsequently.
Integrity of the judicial system, and ultimately he owes this sentence not only in respect of violating the Constitutional Court, but to the nation he once promised to lead and to the Constitution he once vowed to uphold. The applicant sought costs on a punitive scale. It is tried that punitive costs are exceptional and are reserved for instances where a litigant has conducted themselves in a clear and indubitably vexatious and reprehensible manner deserving of extreme opprobrium. The applicant submitted that punitive costs are warranted because Mr. Zuma's conduct smacks of malice and his public accusations are utterly bereft of supporting facts.
So we are now joined via Zoom by Thebo Makwakwa. He is a South African journalist with one of the biggest independent media houses in South Africa, The Inside Factor. Welcome to NEWSBEAT. So what is the mood in South Africa following the ruling? Thebo, kindly unmute your sound. I can't hear in the studio. Great.
Apologies for that. I actually muted the sound. Right. Good afternoon to all the our people in Ghana, and thanks so much for having me here. So the mood in South Africa, of course, the pronouncement today by the court has sent like shockwaves throughout the country. We've got analysts speaking to several different media houses, of course, having different views on exactly what is happening. But I can tell you right now, we are all in a state of shock. We did not foresee this coming. Of course, others were expecting whatever outcome that was pronounced today, but it has still really come at a time when we're least expecting it. But I can tell you that there is also a feeling that maybe the reason why they introduced the lockdown level 4 regulations 2 or 3 days prior to this court announcement was perhaps to try and ensure that people do not take into the streets and of course protest the arrest of Jacob Zuma.
All right, so what have his close associates and supporters been saying?
Right, so the Umkhonto weSizwe Military Veterans Association has said that what has happened to Jacob Zuma is actually, it shouldn't have happened, first of all. And secondly, they believe that the whole commission, the state of capture inquiry, which was chaired by Deputy Judge Raymond Zondo, was actually manned. It was established to basically deal with Jacob Zuma and ensure that he's arrested, because he seemed to be, one of the most radical presidents we've ever had, who was actually fighting for the rights of people in a form of radical economic transformation, which would see people having ownership to the land and other, sectors of the economy. So Umkhonto weSizwe has come out against the pronouncement of the court this morning, and they have also said that they are going to continue supporting the former president, and they will, of course, continue protecting him. Protecting him, I'm not sure how, if he's in jail, but this is the announcement they made, and that was the president, KB Mapatso, who's the president of the MKVA. So other than them, we also have Democracy in Action, which is a movement here in South Africa, which has said that indeed what has happened to Jacob Zuma shouldn't have happened, and they feel that this is just, a political battle between the current sitting president and the previous president, because you would understand that as soon as the president, Cyril Ramaphosa, stepped in, taking over from the former president Zuma, said that the previous years in which President Zuma was president was 9 wasted years, and he was going to change things around and make sure that all those who had looted the state are actually arrested. So we have had a lot of people going into the commission explaining that Jacob Zuma had actually captured the state with the Gupta brothers, who have now fled the country and are in Dubai.
All right, so and we are told that your media outlet has had a conversation with Mr. Zuma, and a member of your team is currently on his way for an exclusive interview with him. What has he been telling you?
Right. So in one of the interviews that happened, it was not basically President Jacob Zuma himself. It was the Secretary General of the ANC, Ace Magashule. So Ace Magashule is in defense of President Jacob Zuma. He believes that this is a political conflict between leaders who now are serving, in his view, the current leadership of the ANC, including the administration of former president, the current sitting president, Cyril Ramaphosa, is serving the interest of certain people who happen to be, business owners in South Africa who hated Jacob Zuma because during his time, Zuma ensured that it was black people that were prioritized, and it was black people who were given opportunities doing business with government. So he basically said that they were using the courts to actually fight political differences, and they were using the state organs to ensure that Jacob Zuma, his supporters, and of course some of the leaders he served with are jailed. So that is, that was said by him. So we have never really had an interview with Jacob Zuma. But I can tell you that I have interviewed his son, Duduzane Zuma, who's also a presidential hopeful, and he wishes to contest in 2024. Duduzane Zuma is also of the view that his father is actually hunted by the people who were not happy with his leadership because, of course, as the Secretary General of the ANC said, Ace Magashule, that he was pro-black, and he continues to fight for the rights of the black people and also ensure that the land is transferred from white people who had previously stolen it and, dispossessed our people into their hands once again.
All right, thank you so much, Thebo, for your time here with us on NEWSBEAT in Ghana. And so Thebo Magwakwa is a South African journalist with the biggest independent media house in South Africa, the Inside Factor. And that's it for the news here on NEWSBEAT. But before you go, a quick recap of what is happening at Ejura Sechudumase in the Ashanti region. 4 were shot dead, and currently out of the 4, 3 are feared dead. Our reporters are currently on the ground. I'll be feeding with an update as to what exactly is happening there currently. And you can see on the screen some visuals from Ejura. This is visual from the hospital. Crowded people there as they are ensuring that persons who were shot and the 3 feared dead are given a better place to rest as they move on to the other world. Quite sad one there. But I'll make sure I give you more visuals as to what is happening there at Ejura in Sechuduma. So we've tried to reach the Member of Parliament for the constituency. Honorable Mohammed Brahima is not been fruitful. We are still going to try. As soon as we get him, we give them feedback and information from his camp. I am Bryce Nakosi, and this has been NEWSBEAT Live on Metro TV from channel 277 on DSTV. Have a good afternoon.
Metro TV.